Hello, boys and girls. My name is Koyoshi1907 here, and you're once again watching my 100% blind playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, the DLC for Nintendo Switch 1 being played on the Nintendo Switch 2. In the last video, probably most infamously, we managed to clear all of the EX quests, so if we check this, yes, the memory quest completion finally reached 100%, and we also didn't miss a chest this time. I'm kind of sad that I even missed chests before. I probably should have just gone for chests the first time and then gone for a jet the second time. Whatever. But anyways, we did all that, and now we're about to finish this particular section. That's all the DLC research quests done completely. Yeah, and we get a free completion like we do before for finishing that. So now Link's Master Cycle is better, and also as a result of that, we got Per and Lobby's upgrades a bit more. And guess what? We need to do even more EXE battles, but that's where we came in clutch. So, yeah, Vicious Monsters went up all the way to 40. What can I say? As you might have guessed, I got really tired of grinding this out, but I didn't want to have to grind this on video non-stop, so the first little bit of this will actually just be upgrading our characters for a bit because, yeah, we really farmed everything. Side materials, main materials, and most importantly, vicious monster reports. We literally farmed the crap out of those. Also, we can get better upgrades for our characters, and now we even got a new weapon for Riju, too, which is completely different. I think that's supposed to be like our EXE weapon. But yeah, one thing I mentioned I would do, I probably didn't mention before, is that I wanted to make sure I got every character's special weapon at least, and also their EXE stuff done. But mainly, yeah, we wanted to do all the EXE stuff. And all of their upgrades, and vice versa. And with this, we can finally start completing some of these more efficiently. We just got an upgrade that lets us use a second invention, apparently. That should make Per and Robbie a bit stronger. And we got another weapon. So pretty much all of the different Dying Beast characters get a second additional weapon, and by getting that, that also means that they could potentially find a different one. Ooh, that's a lot of Picolan trophies to spend. I didn't just save everything for nothing, though. We did all this so we can get all the upgrades. So yeah, this is why we saved so much, so we can start slowly but surely clearing all the EXE stuff out of the map. So yeah, my apologies if this is just a bunch of EXE stuff, but to be fair, we had to do a lot of battles, especially hidden battles, to get the setup to work. But slowly but surely, everybody is getting everything. Keep in mind, there could technically be more. We still need to get potentially other reports of hidden battle setups, but we'll get the remaining ones where we're just doing the EXE battles. So, technically, we've cleared most of the map now. But yeah, mainly as you could saw, besides me doing all the research memory quests, I pretty much did a ton of grinding, a ton of side mission grinding, tons of other grinding, and I'm thinking about a different game, aren't I? And also got to the point where I literally destroyed opponents much faster. Because of that, I was able to get some good upgrades and setups, and I mainly did that because some of the DLC characters need stronger weapons now, so we can start maybe raising them to level 100 and getting their weapons up. But more importantly, we want their weapons to get as high powered as we possibly can. We'll start with Arvasugas briefly. I kind of want to save this one. So I'm kind of just going to do this instead, so we can save that for when we hit level 20. If we ever need to hit level 20. But yeah, long story short, we might actually be done with this probably through sooner than before, because obviously I wasn't going to want to let you guys watch me grind a whole bunch. So yeah, I did a bunch of grinding, more or less just doing EXE alert battles over and over and over again. And now we finally had enough to get all that done. So now we get to actually play the game. And by that, I mean we get to straight up play the game the way we want. And we're going to start running with Tireless Frog again, because I don't know why I like being able to perform Furry Rush just a bit more consistently. Because in the late game, we're gonna be gotten to the point now where we need to try and Furry Rush in order to take down enemies fast. Beyond that, we're pretty much almost done. There's only a few more battles left. Some of them could be useful if we have a level 50 plus weapon, but we're probably not going to use all of them. So I think what we're gonna do is kind of just use characters as we get them, meaning we'll kind of swap around this time. But I want to try and evenly balance characters to see if multiple of them could get level 30 weapons. Okay. Alright.
Ready? Explode!
Alright.
This is over. Ready? Explode!
Jeez, just his standard attacks are really strong. Maybe standard attack buffing is the way to go with him. Apparently he has really good base attack damage, so our attack could work well against most enemies that are weak. But yeah, beyond that, we're pretty much already done with most of the hard parts of this game. I did say this game is a lot easier than Hyrule Warriors just because of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition just having so much more content. But it definitely also has tougher battles in general, but by easier I mean like it has less battles overall, so that makes it so much easier. Look at me, already getting a Furry Rush. Game's still trying to teach me how to dodge. It'd be nice if the game stops babying me all the time. There should be a way to turn those off, you know. Actually, wait, there probably is. Oh, and I ended up seeing it anyway. Okay, we could probably check that after this battle. Okay. But yeah, beyond that, most of the hard part is done. Basically, the easier way of saying it is now we just have to do all the EXE challenge battles and any other quests that are associated with them, and we should be fine to finish off the DLC too. Again, I didn't say I was going to level up the characters to 100, because that doesn't seem to get anything, but I am interested to see how many characters I could actually get close to 95 or level 100. Yeah. He's probably going to be so. We're going to need to make sure we're actually pretty much everything in sight here. Koga's sure taking his sweet time. If it's one thing most speedrunners say is escort missions like this one, where you can't go fast and you just have to wait for to get to the top before you can really do anything. Yeah, Furyoshin is definitely the way to go for Suga. A lot of extra time was also spent grinding characters, so, Koga is, Suga is not actually level 64. That's because we've been using them in some of those strong missions I mentioned earlier, the same EXE monster battles that are normally pretty difficult. I found if you just use them as the main character, like select them first and there's like a second character you can choose, you can just have your strong character do all the work and then you can just reap the benefits. For some reason, whoever is the first character always gets a weapon drop from these. Which means that we can get more consistent weapon drops for them. So the real secret for me has been just use the main character for whatever weapon I actually needed, and from there I was always going to get us a weapon drop from there. That's actually important. That means you can technically still get characters' weapon drops, even when they're level 1. And I had to do that for the big Guardian guy, because I don't know why, but he just was not getting strong weapons at all. So yeah, pro tip, if you want an easy weapon, just look for a EXE alert battle that has 2 characters. Pick your weak character first, and then your strong character second, but use your strong character for the whole battle, and it simplifies the entire plan.
Be still.
Jeez, that's very powerful. Okay, I don't want to deal with that and a Meteor Wizrobe at the same time. So we're just gonna do this instead. He's really good with stasis too, apparently. Oh, perfect. Look at him casually trying to dodge out of the way while all this is happening. Jeez, he has a really easy, weak point smash with all of his upgrades. Suga's probably a lot better than I initially gave him credit for. We just needed him to get upgrades, that's all. I might use him more now, so we can get his weapon up. But I'm not sure if I want to, because his weapon in the end is still level 13 and isn't that strong actually. So I'll probably just use my other characters, but still, he'll still be fine whenever he goes into his other weapon. I like how this is level 69, pretty close to... I said 69, didn't I? Yeah, right, 69. I like how this is close to the level of the EXE alert battles, and yet I did not get a strong weapon. That means apparently that needs to be even stronger. Oh. Okay. I knew there was going to be at least some left over, to be fair, but I didn't expect there to be this much. Wow. I did one battle, and Suga got a bunch of upgrades all of a sudden. Thankfully, because of our excess grinding for 100%, we have enough to more or less just spend everything. You know, we might need more key swings, though. Well, not right now, we don't.
I still have much to learn.
So yeah, we are going to be clearing all of those quests. I feel like the game is not going to truly be complete until all the yellow is knocked off the map. And all the big map main chapters are turned blue. But to be fair, we already did most of them. Alright, so now we have a couple more to do still. We have Conquering Idol and a Moblin Feast. This could be pretty much everything. Interesting. This one naturally limits us to either be Calamity Ganon, which doesn't have a strong weapon, or Master Koga or other stuff, but I think it was probably made with Master Koga, so I guess we use Master Koga and Suga together again. That's crazy. Okay, I think that's actually enough now that, I've decided I am going to actually get him. Not all the way, but to like 98, at least. If I have enough rupees at the end of the playthrough, I might just sell stuff to get my characters to 100, just to say, oh, I got my characters to 100. Beyond that, I'm not going to do much else. Of course, if I want to do that optimally, I do need to make sure to not actually level up the characters fully to the max. That way we can get more experience from them. Oh, I mean, for them. Okay, well, we can use this at least. I'll get it to level 15. He'll do a little bit more damage. Now Suga should be able to keep up with Master Koga. We might actually be able to use them both in this next battle. Beyond that, there's still some other things we could do. We could still buy more Hylian ROMs. In fact, we'll still look for other stuff. Okay, we found the good merchant we need here. Sorry, Defo, but it seems you're not as interesting anymore. Actually, I'm gonna be kind to her. I'm gonna sell some treasures I don't need. What do we have the highest of? Rubies, specifically, we don't have a lot of. Let's get us. Get a little bit more rupees back for the reward. And then, what was it we were trying to do again? I kind of forgot. Yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna conquer Hyrule, apparently.
This smells quite promising.
So, more or less, we're using the Yiga clan to conquer Hyrule. It would be a lot cooler, obviously, to use Ganon. I think this was probably made with Ganon in mind, but he kind of takes damage a little bit too. So, yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to use Calamity Ganon. I'm surprised we actually haven't been forced to use him yet. If it turns out we have to use him in a battle later, we could just grind him up. Up his weapons, same as all the others. I did only recently get him a strong weapon, so maybe we could use him, but I don't know why, but I liked using Suga and Master Koga together. They're both really great characters. I think I'd probably get this done faster if I used them. Alright. Oh, so we have to team up with Astor, huh? So, again, we're supposed to probably using... Oh, this is a nice reversal of things. We're playing as the evil team back when they were still involved. Yeah, that includes the Yiga clan as well, and now we're destroying a bunch of Gorons, just like the old days, where the original game had missions where we just destroyed hundreds of Gorons. Just like we're playing the original game again. And Astor is now our ally instead of being our 10. We have to protect him as a result, just like our ally. We also have random companions along as well that are trying to help us too. So we have guardians that are also on our side. Kind of on. Doesn't seem like there's much we can do to keep our allies protected. All I need to do is make sure that either Calamity Ganon, Stir, or doesn't flee. So basically, we can't have any of our big captains flee. It says Calamity Ganon is supposed to be the one that's protecting, though, which is quite interesting. I'm not letting you shoot me, by the way. If you don't mind that. Okay, that's a really strong... That is a really strong special attack we have right now. Does it really matter if they get mid, honestly? We're probably better focused on just destroying stuff. Okay. I will say, this is quite a fun role reversal. Very fun mission where we have to... We're basically the bad guys now, and we're the ones trying to take over Castle now. Whereas we're trying to protect it in the vanilla game. Meanwhile, Mythic also keeps healing Link as well, but... She won't be doing that for very long if we can find and defeat her at some point. Okay, let's keep going. They really want you to use Calamity Ganon here, by the way. It even mentions Calamity Ganon isn't online in this. Alright.
Be prepared. If I must.
Okay. That spell was really broken, actually. Forget what I said before, Suga might be one of the more broken characters in the game. He has a really good stasis move that you could spam the crap out of. It pretty much almost guarantees that you get a weak point smash if you do it correctly. Okay, Link is a bit more tanky, but that's to be expected.
Be still.
So I think how we have to defeat these other enemies while also still trying to protect Suga at the same time. Alright. Now I just need to go back up here. Okay. Alright. It was kind of broken, actually, for this battle. He's probably on the same level as, or maybe even stronger in this game compared to Calamity Ganon. Not saying that Calamity Ganon is a bad character, it's more like, he has his weaknesses too. Okay. So this is where Calamity Ganon ended up.
I'm ready. Explode. Be still.
Yeah, his channel is a lot weaker than Link, by the way. Okay, now the king appears. We're just slowly but surely taking out entire Hyrule Kingdom, basically. One by one. So this is our first time actually using Asuga properly, by the way, too. And yeah, it seems safe to say he's one of the stronger characters in this game.
Be still.
Besides the king, of course, but we can't use the king in this battle because we have to face him instead. Alright. Classic. He's gonna be a lot more tanky than normal, which makes sense. We can also dodge roll out the last part of that, so we can technically get a full combo in. So yeah, that's pretty broken, because we could just keep doing the weak point smash almost immediately with just one use of that. Meanwhile, I have no idea where Koga ended up. We should command Koga to go over here, so maybe it could help us with Zelda.
Be prepared.
Alright.
If I must.
I think this is supposed to be how they, do other stuff. Terrakal and Zilla have to both be taken out. Okay. In that case, I'll go for the princess first. Jeez, Suga might be one of the most deadliest characters in this game in terms of damage, man. It feels so sad, being on the other side of this, I'll say. You guys, get destroyed for once. It's probably not what you guys are used to seeing, probably, but... Again, it is what it is.
Ready? Explode.
Okay, I'll do that first. Then we could probably special to finish him off.
If I must.
Oh, that was a sick way to finish that off. Okay, that wasn't too bad, actually. Destiny's unfurling. The world I foresaw is coming to fruition. How glorious. How glorious indeed. Wow, and he went all the way to really high level 98, too. You might already have enough to get Suga a level 20 weapon, and Calamity Ganon got a strong weapon, too. Yeah, before we do the next battle, maybe we should at least upgrade Calamity Ganon's weapon so it's not level 1. Because although he has a cool weapon, he doesn't have a lot of damage. I was considering originally using him for this whole battle, but I'm not sure how good that would have worked, actually. Okay, that gave us a different battle to do. That just got unlocked. Oh, now it's the true final battle. So the other one was a joke then, and this is the real final battle. That just is used to set up the final battle. And then we get the final battle. Well, in that case, we're going to save that one for absolute last and see if we can't get the other ones done first. That way we can finish off our playthrough with that particular battle. That will be pretty cool. And we'll call it the final battle of 100%. Or something like that. Yeah, like, final battle. The real final battle. Okay, what do we even do now? We could always just change his weapon sooner or later. I'd rather actually have him have a decent skills. In fact, it might be better to just have weapon find on this. I don't know. Not at all. We'll do one of those things and then make his second upgrade be this for now. Oh, I guess it won't matter because we're only getting him to level 8 weapon first. Okay, and that powered up Calamity Ganon a little bit. We do need to actually use him more though, but that's probably not what's important. What's important is we can now focus on leveling up Suga's weapon some more. So yeah, as you use a character more and more, you can also get their weapon up more. Beyond that, the only way to really grind weapons, unfortunately, is to just grind the same monotonous missions over and over again, which can take a little while. Get a little annoying, but it is what it is. There's some pretty strong characters though now, so we should be fine. And we do have a couple of good hero characters anyways, so yeah, those 4 characters we got to level 100 earlier, we're probably going to end up using those in the final battle. I noticed Pura Wabi also got some decent weapon. Oh, okay, well we already used their stuff, so we can't get them anything right now. I got them up too, because they might be needed for some of the DLC missions. Alright, so how close are we to actually getting all these EXE stuff done then? We have Motherland Feast and then a couple of our other stuff. Okay, as tempting as it is to keep going for the side characters, I want to kind of rely on other characters if I can. So yeah, Koga, you're coming in this time, and I decided we're not upgrading a weapon.
Give me seconds.
Okay. As fun as Suga was, I definitely like his. I think is one of the better ones. Koga is one of my absolute favorite characters in this game, and I feel like you all will agree with me. Even though he doesn't have the best weapon set right now, that still doesn't mean he's not doing nothing. Actually, wait, we can fix that right now. We do have a remove seals thing, right? We can still power up his weapon further by removing this specific seal. And just get rid of our other stuff to do it. I will say, this is quite tedious to do now. Before it was super easy to just remove seals with rupees. They made it a lot more interesting in this game, that's for sure. They made it to where you have to really sacrifice quite a bit of your resources. So, more often than not, it's better to either reset it entirely or only remove one. Unless you, like, grind missions more and more. So anyways, we're gonna purposely lose this, and then we can use his weapon to have the seal match so that he gets stronger. And this is the one I want. Because he's actually going to be doing quite a bit of strong attacks anyways, I think. And then we should be able to get his first hidden seal as well. So yeah, while I was playing in the background and doing all the grinding, which I did mention I had to do a lot anyways for DLC grinding. Yeah, we were able to also level up Suga and some of the other characters that are a little underpowered and start getting them weapons. If I had to do another one for any reason, it'll probably be... And, ooh, okay, well we got extra strong attack damage, wow. That is actually one of the best ones we could have gotten. Keep in mind, each weapon is actually randomly set up. Each weapon actually has its own cycle set up. And I'm not saying that to be weird, that literally is the case. What that means is, each weapon actually requires the exact same... That's to level up, but once acquired, their hidden skills will literally always be the same every single time. And it's segmented based off of what weapon you have. So Link always gets the full health one on his Master Sword as one of his first skills. And King also has 2 different ones we can show you as well. He has chance to reflect while guarding, a chance to just KO weak enemies immediately, all that stuff. I forgot to mention, yeah, during the background, Keen also got a 30 weapon and upgraded it, so now he can also go to level 50. I will say, though, looking at it now, it seems like beyond maybe this being useful for the final battle, getting a weapon all the way to level 30... Getting to any weapon beyond level 30 to get the skill sap isn't really useful unless you want to get it up to remove the hidden skills so you can then have even more base stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, yes, level does actually play a big factor in this. Because level of the weapon and its base strength also determines how much experience you use whenever you use it for fusing. Technically, you're supposed to keep using skills of the same set too to fuse even faster, but it's kind of hard to do this fast. So for me, I just kind of do the good classic strategy, which is just, if the weapon has a rare skill, then keep it. If the weapon does not have a rare skill or anything else, then you could probably just fuse it safely and be fine. I forgot to mention, Koga doesn't need these rusty weapons. We actually have a rusty weapon on him right now. This team we're using right now, that's a rusty weapon we got. Rusty weapons are definitely very useful. If you find them on later maps especially, they can have some absurd base attack power. I'm probably not even optimizing that very greatly, but yet we could probably still make this work. Oh yeah, EXE handle the hordes also there too. Beyond that, yeah, handle the horde, I feel like most of the tough battles are already done. But yeah, alright, this is the last battle we're actually gonna do for real. I'll mostly just upgrading this, hopefully Koga won't suck in battle, but he did just get a big boost in attack power, so now maybe he'll be even stronger. Something I always forget, that yes, weapons do actually quite matter. A level 30 weapon makes a character do significantly more damage, and at some point I want to get 4 different characters to have level 30 plus weapons. Okay, I see why this is called the Moblin Feast. We're just gonna take out all the different Moblins here again. Yeah, the way you kind of have to play Koga most of the rest is to try and use strong attacks instead of his base attacks. So, yeah. Of course, some of his strong attacks can be a little if you don't know how to control them. But I not get interrupted every 5 minutes. I'm just trying to do a strong attack here. Okay, well that works. So we're pretty much just taking out hundreds upon hundreds of moblins here. That's what it is. You know, if I want to do more damage by using my big growy vest a bit faster, I not only need to use strong attacks, but I probably need to start doing this more often. Oh yeah, right, also, because that was a bomb, apparently, that means, we weaken that a bit by doing that stuff. So, like, if they throw a bomb and we stasis it, okay, this is kind of annoying, actually. There's a special move you could use to try and save your big growy bass for later if for some reason you need it for a different battle. Which can definitely happen if you're worried. I personally prefer to just get as many of those as I can. I feel like it's easier that way. You can actually use these weaker opponents to build big, growly vast a bit. I'll use this for safety. It's probably the easiest way to make sure big growy bass actually triggers. Okay, it did not spread out properly there. That is what it is. Okay, I did not mean to do that, but also it kind of worked out anyway. Yes, that's one way we can quickly get the special off. We're slowly but surely starting to learn how to play Koga even better. The big girly bash is probably his most overpowered part, since he does a lot of damage really quickly with that move. I guess we could keep using this for a bit. Oh wow, we just immediately got the move right away. Guess we're focusing on you first. Did you not set out that many attacks at once? I know Oddrods tend to be annoying, but not this way, man. Okay, well, that was fast enough. So yeah, a little bit of an easier battle, basically. Good to see. Unfortunately, these guys aren't as highly ranked, so we don't get strong weapons. I ought to mention, yes, so rank does play a factor. You want to typically pick the strongest of the strongest enemies. They'll reward you with the higher level weapons. These are just silver mob ones. So while they might give us more weapons overall, they might not reward us with strong ones. That's something to take into note as you go through this. Beyond that, it looks like we powered up all of our EXE characters to max level. Bit annoying that it keeps also showing a vicious presence coming in, even though we don't need to do them anymore. Of course, those battles are infinite. That means they keep showing up on over and over again, so there's not going to be a time where we don't have that battle in. But anyway, yep, it's that time again, boys and girls. It's about the time to end the episode time again. But I hope you guys are excited, because we're going to really kick this playthrough into high gear starting especially next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and we just have a few more challenge battles to do before we'll be finished off with the game entirely.